Carpet odor neutralizer. It is simply sodium bicarbonate, widely known as baking soda. Back in the 1970s, brands started promoting it heavily as a fridge deodorizer, but professional cleaners soon realized it worked wonders on floors too. Instead of masking smells with expensive chemical sprays, you just sprinkle a generous layer of this fine white powder across your carpet. You leave it sitting there overnight. As it rests, the powder physically neutralizes acidic odor particles trapped deep in the fibers. It also pulls up hidden moisture. The next morning, you run your vacuum over the floor, watching the white dust vanish into the machine, taking the trapped smells along with it. This simple trick remains a cheap, safe, and highly effective way to keep our homes completely fresh today. Tile Grout Whitener. It is a simple paste made from sodium bicarbonate, better known as baking soda, and a little water. People have relied on this white powder for household cleaning since it was commercialized back in 1846. You mix it into a thick paste and apply it to the lines between your bathroom tiles. Then you take a small brush and scrub. The baking soda acts as a mild abrasive. Its alkaline nature cuts through soap scum, while the tiny crystals physically loosen stubborn dirt without scratching the delicate tile glaze. As you wipe away the gritty residue with a damp cloth, the dingy lines turn back to their original bright white. It remains a reliable, cheap way to keep bathrooms looking brand new without harsh chemicals. Heavy Oven Degreaser. This is a chemical-free way to clean your oven using just baking soda and water. Commercial oven sprays have relied on harsh chemicals like lye since the 1930s. You can avoid those fumes by mixing a thick paste of baking soda and a few tablespoons of water. Spread this paste over the greasy interior walls of your oven and walk away. Letting it sit overnight gives the alkali time to break down baked-on food. The next morning, the paste will be dry and brownish. You just take a damp cloth and wipe it all away, pulling the loosened grime with it. This matters because it keeps corrosive fumes out of your kitchen while cleaning the appliance. Mattress Sweat Absorber. Every night, your body sheds around 1.5 grams of dead skin cells. Over a single year, that adds up to 26 gallons of sweat seeping into your bed. The mattress slowly becomes a giant sponge for allergens and bodily odors. You can extract that grime using a trick popular since baking soda was commercialized in the 1840s. Strip the bed completely and sift bicarbonate of soda over the bare mattress. Leave it alone for a few hours. The powder actively draws out trapped moisture and neutralizes lingering smells. When you vacuum the powder away, the stale odors go with it. Regularly refreshing your sleeping surface extends the life of the mattress and stops you from breathing in accumulated dust. Natural Drain Unblocker. It is a simple homemade mixture to clear clogged pipes. People have used baking soda for cleaning since it was mass-produced in 1846. To fix a clog, pour half a cup of this powder down the drain, followed by half a cup of white vinegar. The acid and base instantly react to create expanding carbon dioxide gas. You will see a thick, bubbling fizz push up through the drain grate. This pressure physically breaks down minor blockages like grease and soap scum. After 15 minutes, you pour boiling water straight down the pipe. The heat melts and flushes away the loosened hair and gunk. It matters today because it safely clears your plumbing without using harsh chemicals. Effortless Silver Polish. Tarnished silverware is covered in a dark crust of silver sulfide. When silver sets became wildly popular after the 1859 Comstock lode discovery, people spent hours scrubbing away this grime. You can skip the hard labor. Just line a glass dish with aluminum foil, place the dull silver inside, and add baking soda. Then, pour boiling water into the pan. This creates a simple electrochemical cell. The hot water and baking soda act as a bridge, pulling the sulfur atoms off the silver and attaching them to the aluminum. You watch the black tarnish vanish in seconds, revealing a bright mirror finish. This neat trick still matters today because it keeps heirloom pieces sparkling without wearing away the actual metal. Sticky Label Remover. A mix of bicarbonate of soda and cooking oil makes a powerful solvent for leftover adhesive. People have used oils to dissolve sticky resins for centuries. By adding baking soda, a mild abrasive mass-produced since the 1800s, you get the perfect tool for modern sticker glue. You stir equal parts oil and soda into a paste and rub it onto the glue on your glass jars or plastic tubs. The oil seeps in and breaks down the sticky chemical bonds. At the same time, the gritty soda lifts the gunk away without scratching the surface. The adhesive turns into a crumbly mess that quickly washes off. This simple trick completely eliminates the need for harsh chemicals just to remove a stubborn price tag. Smelly shoe refresher. This is a simple trick to rescue your favorite sneakers from terrible odors. The average human foot has about 250,000 sweat glands, pumping out half a pint of sweat daily. When you wear closed shoes, that moisture gets trapped in the dark fabric. This creates a perfect breeding ground for bacteria, which release those stinky gases. To fix this, take a couple of tablespoons of baking soda, tie it inside an old sock, and shove it down into the toe of your shoe overnight. The baking soda actively absorbs the leftover sweat and chemically neutralizes the acidic bacterial odors. By morning, your shoe is completely dry and smells fresh. This still matters because it safely extends the lifespan of your everyday footwear. Washing machine cleanser. A washing machine cleanser is a simple treatment to fix the sour, musty smell inside your appliance. Since high-efficiency machines became popular in the late 1990s, they have been notorious for trapping moisture. The tight rubber seals hold onto dampness while leftover detergent creates the perfect food for mildew. To clean it, you just pour a cup of baking soda directly into the empty drum and run your hottest wash cycle. The hot water melts away the greasy soap scum, while the baking soda scrubs the metal and neutralizes hidden mold spores. When the cycle ends, the machine smells fresh and looks shiny. Keeping your washer clean still matters today because it ensures your clothes actually come out clean. Coffee cup restorer. Over time, your favorite ceramic mug builds up stubborn dark rings inside. This happens because coffee and tea contain tannins, plant compounds that bind tightly to the surface of the cup. Regular dish soap just slides right over them. Since the 1840s, when baking soda became a household staple, people have relied on it for tough scrubbing. You just take a damp sponge, sprinkle in a pinch of baking soda, and gently rub the stained area. The tiny alkaline crystals act like microscopic sandpaper, breaking down the acidic stain without scratching the glaze. You will see the brown film lift away almost instantly, revealing the bright white ceramic underneath. It remains a cheap, safe way to keep your daily mugs looking brand new. Burnt pan rescue. You forgot the stove was on, and your favorite skillet is covered in a thick crust of burnt food. Instead of scrubbing until your arm hurts, grab some baking soda. People have used sodium bicarbonate for cleaning since ancient times because it acts as a mild alkali. Cover the bottom of the ruined pan with water, add a scoop of baking soda, and turn on the heat. Let the mixture simmer for 15 minutes. The hot alkaline water breaks down the tough bonds holding the carbonized food to the metal. You will see the black crust soften and peel away. The water turns into a dark soup, and the mess just wipes clean. This simple trick saves your expensive cookware from the trash. Pet urine neutralizer. Baking soda is a simple, highly effective tool for cleaning up after your pets. When a dog or cat has an accident on your rug, they leave behind uric acid. This stubborn compound has frustrated indoor pet owners for centuries. As the acid dries, it crystallizes and releases a terrible smell that signals your pet to mark the same spot again. When you sprinkle baking soda over the damp area, it immediately goes to work. Being mildly alkaline, it chemically reacts with the uric acid and neutralizes it. As it dries, it absorbs the liquid and turns into a crusty powder that you vacuum away. This completely destroys the odor rather than masking it, which stops repeat marking and preserves your floors today. Plastic container reviver. Ever since Earl Tupper introduced his plastic containers in 1946, people have battled stubborn red stains. Tomato sauce contains lycopene, an oily pigment that clings to porous plastic. When you wash a container normally, that greasy orange film and last week's garlic smell just will not budge. To fix this, you create a simple baking soda bath. Sprinkle a thick layer of baking soda into the stained bowl, add warm water, and let it soak overnight. The mild alkali actively breaks down the trapped oils and absorbs the lingering odors. By morning, you just rinse it out, and the plastic looks clear and smells totally neutral again. This trick keeps leftovers tasting fresh and saves perfectly good bowls from the trash. Wall scuff eraser. Commercial magic erasers are made of melamine foam, acting like ultra-fine sandpaper. They work, but they can be expensive and easily strip the finish off your walls. Instead, take a damp rag and dip it into plain baking soda. People have used baking soda for gentle cleaning since the 1840s because its crystal structure is slightly abrasive but soft enough not to ruin surfaces. Rub the damp, powdery rag in small circles directly over a shoe scuff or stray crayon line. The mild grit catches the wax and rubber residue, lifting those dark marks right off the drywall without taking the paint with it. This trick keeps your home fresh using an everyday staple. Sponge odor. Eliminator. A kitchen sponge is a porous cleaning tool that usually ends up smelling like a swamp. Every time you wipe a counter, food particles and moisture get trapped inside. Soon, billions of bacteria, like odor-causing Moraxella osloensis, move in. Instead of tossing it, you can rescue the sponge with sodium bicarbonate or baking soda. Humans have used forms of this natural salt for cleaning since ancient Egypt. Just dissolve a few tablespoons into a bowl of hot water and drop the sponge in. As it soaks, the alkaline solution neutralizes the acidic waste produced by the bacteria. When you rinse it out, the sour smell is completely gone. This simple routine saves you money and keeps synthetic sponges out of landfills. Trash bin deodorizer. A trash bin deodorizer is simply a layer of baking soda placed inside your empty garbage can. Kitchen cans hold on to awful smells from rotting food and leaky bags. When you sprinkle half a cup of plain baking soda at the bottom of the empty bin, it acts like a sponge. Baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, is amphoteric. It actively neutralizes the acidic and basic odor molecules seeping out of your garbage. People have used it to absorb bad smells since the early 1970s, and that same science works here. Any rogue drips from the trash bag hit the dry powder instead of the plastic bottom. This stops mold and foul scents before they spread. It keeps your kitchen smelling fresh without relying on heavy artificial perfumes. Shower mildew remover. Mildew is a type of surface fungus that loves damp spaces. Every time you take a hot shower, your bathroom humidity spikes. Over time, that trapped moisture breeds stubborn black spots across your shower curtains and plastic liners. People have used baking soda as a mild cleaner since the 1800s, and it works perfectly here. You just take a damp sponge, dip it in some baking soda, and scrub the curtain. The powder is mildly abrasive and has a naturally high pH. As you rub, it breaks down the fungus, lifting the black stains right off the plastic without scratching it. It also leaves behind an alkaline barrier. This matters today because it offers a cheap, chemical-free way to keep your bathroom fresh and stop that mildew from returning quickly. Scorched iron cleaner. Electric irons have smoothed our clothes since the early 1900s, but synthetic fabrics like polyester introduced a new problem. If your iron gets too hot, those plastic-based fibers melt directly onto the metal sole plate. This leaves a stubborn, sticky brown scorch mark. To clean it, you just need a thick paste of water and baking soda. Wait for the iron to completely cool, then smear the paste over the burn. Rub the area in small circles with a damp cloth. The baking soda acts as a gentle abrasive, lifting away the dark crust without scratching the metal. It restores the smooth surface, keeping those burnt streaks off your clean laundry.